So we've made some cute kitty cats and we've made some pumpkins and now we're making some wonky witch hats. I used a layer cake called Spellbound from Moda Fabrics to make this quilt, and let me show you how to do it. So the first thing you want to do is match your layer cake up into pairs. You're going to make 18 pairs total because we're going to make 36 witch hat blocks total. I'm going to set these aside for now. You want to take your pairs, and especially if you have directional prints, make sure they're going right up. Stack them nicely together. So I've got my first pair here, and I've turned them sideways, stacked up nicely, and you want to make sure to cut the hat brims off the bottom of your squares first. So you want to cut 1 1/4 inches off the bottom of the layer cakes. First cut. And then turn him back, and you want to trim off just a little bit because we need him to be 9 inches long. So 1 1/4 by 9 inches for your hat brim. That's all the scrap you're going to have here. Okay. Turn him back right side up. Then we're going to cut our little hat triangle. So this is where we have fun. Just pick an angle and cut it. Oh, missed this little corner. Okay, scooch him over. Make sure everything stays stacked together nicely as you cut. And then we'll cut the other side. Here we go. Just like that. And then there's your hat brim. Hat brim's 1 1/4 by 9. And then make the right cut first and then the left cut. Cut 36 total, and you're going to have 6 leftover layer cake squares. We're going to use those to make the witch hats stagger across the quilt. So you need to cut them into 6 5-inch by 9-inch rectangles total. I do have a link to my $5 Wonky Witch Hats pattern below, plus a Halloween pattern bundle to save you a little more. I am totally grateful for every single sale, like, and subscribe. Thank you all so much. Now let's swap these blocks out and sew them together. All right, so I've got my design boards here. Show you how to swap these out. I'll take the backgrounds first and the white one here, and then we'll put the black over there and the black there. And then we need our hat triangles. He's getting a white hat, black hat, so a white brim and a black brim. Easy peasy. Let's go to the sewing machine. Okay, we're at the sewing machine. Let me show you how to sew these hat blocks together. Take your hat triangle, press it to the left background, and you want to line up each tip. Point here and point there. And sew. 1/4 inch seam. Here we go. Straight on down. Here's what you're left with. You want to, I had no bobbin. Take 2, fresh bobbin is in, sewn 1/4 inch seam, and you want to just press towards the hat triangles. Okay? You're going to be left with that little bit of overhang on each side. Then you're going to take your right background piece and you're going to line up the bottom tip, and then there should be a 1/4 inch overhang at the top. Line up the tip, 1/4 inch overhang at the top, and this little piece will be hanging out, but I just leave it there. All right, same thing, 1/4 inch seam, straight down. Sure we're lined up. Right, and then one more time to press. Press everything back that way. And then we'll go to the cutting mat and trim off these little extras real quick. Right, you just want to trim off the extra background bits even with the bottom of your hat. Whoop, and whoop. Just like that. Back to the sewing machine. Final step for your hat block is to add your brim. Pop it right on there and sew just like everything else. 1/4 inch seam. And press everything down towards your little hat brims. Isn't that the cutest little witch hat? So you've made 36 witch hats total, and it's time to lay them out. You're going to put your blocks into a 6x6 layout and bring in those 5-inch by 9-inch rectangles to stagger each column. Sew vertical columns together first, and then sew your columns together. This quilt stitched up so fast, it's as if I wiggled my nose and poof, it appeared. Let me know in the comments if you got that witchy reference. And poof, the links to the cat quilt and the pumpkin one should be on your screen now. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye.